All right, we are back. We suffered a small internet outage, but we're listening to interviews, kind of bringing them in and kind of talking about it. Right now, they got Ryan Blaney talking about the race.
The first loser.
If you guys want to kind of comment on it.
I'm sorry. I'm just spitting facts over here.
No, it's good. I'm just trying to adjust. I got to adjust windows because we have more monitors today.
Oh, yeah.
Goose gets this beautiful plastic trophy. Aw, Blaney's crying. It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, it is what it is, man.
Over there.
I mean,
You gonna cry?
it sucks.
I'm
But
gonna rub
you
some
gonna
dirt in your
cry?
eye.
let's see what Willie B's got to say.
A weenie?
What's up, Kuzman?
We just need a little bit more. I felt like we gave it all we had.
You able to put the YouTube chat back up there?
It's right there.
William Byron's time's coming, though.
Can't see.
Oh, it's coming. 100%.
Yeah.
This is what, his second appearance?
In a row.
Yeah.
Let me make an adjustment of that, DJ.
Yeah, so if
Yeah,
you want to
it's
adjust
100% coming.
Yeah.
I think
that's a really short
think
cable,
Hendrick
so we may
has
have to play with it.
I don't want to jump too much into it. You know, I'll jump into it during when we get it recorded for sure.
What are you supposed to do for 3 months after this, Kuzman? That's a great question. I have no idea.
Wow. All right.
We are sold out of toasters.
We do not condone you doing that.
I'll say I don't know that we can say that on YouTube.
It doesn't have to be plugged in.
The monitor?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I didn't talk about the
Fair.
toaster.
Oh,
My toaster will be plugged in.
Brave little toaster.
I love that movie.
I'm gonna
The
put
little
a 22
toaster that
scale
could.
on it and chuck that thing right in there.
The N17 version.
Yeah, the little toaster that could.
Yeah, just trying to listen. Sorry, I can't actually show you guys the stuff. It's copyrighted, so I can kind of pipe in some audio here and there.
JFB Logano won the championship by about
All
20
right.
pounds.
They're talking to Tyler Reddick. Curious what they end up saying about him.
Yeah, what's Reddick?
Because his car was not there.
I think we definitely got our base Camry better throughout the day.
It did get better.
I
Yeah.
don't know. There was that one time there we were behind the other championship 4 cars, and they just kind of were able to pull away over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
He
sucks.
didn't have enough in it.
Everyone at 23
I don't think you can be mad at him, though. I mean, this is 3 for 3 for Fords. Ford obviously has
Phoenix.
Phoenix short track racing locked down. I think most of their wins are short tracks this year.
They probably are. I haven't checked, but you're probably right.
I mean, Blaney won Iowa.
Yep.
Logano's won
Blaney
North
also,
Wilkesboro.
Blaney also won Martinsville.
He won New
Martinsville.
Hampshire too, right?
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I think New Hampshire.
Well, New Hampshire was kind of a special one.
Logano
anyway.
was supposed to win. Was it New Hampshire or Richmond? Until Austin Dillon decided to wreck
Richmond.
him.
He would have won Richmond.
They got short tracks figured out. I mean, you can't really blame Ford for this or Penske. I mean,
Yeah, it's on.
Penske and Ford are, lovers in bed basically. So, if you're good at one track, that team's going to be good at one track.
forward, that's last restart in particular. I got outside the 12, but the 9 kind of washed up. So
All right, there we
gotta be
go.
aggressive, and that was, I feel like, my best
You can
shot.
go ahead and send out the
trying to
links
get
now
ahead
if you
of
want,
the
Jake.
others, and
While we're doing this.
we fought hard all day. We didn't make any big mistakes.
Nah.
We fought really hard. So
I'm looking something up. Give me a second.
Life is a lie.
obviously, when you come here, you want to leave
36
champion,
weeks
so
of pain and torture
we'll
for
work
this
on it and
moment.
Think about what we can do in the off season to get better here.
Guys, there's a value
You know what's really sad?
You know, Denny Hamlin's just going to roast Joey Logano on his podcast, so I'm all about that. This 2211
He's not-
Penske oil
he's not even
using,
supposed to be
yellow
there.
wearing,
It starts saying
shell clam
things like he's-
loving,
Like I said, he's not supposed to be there and all that stuff.
Ford driving, hat wearing, hair
it-
plug using,
You know what's wild?
driver.
This is all Alex Bowman's fault.
This is all Hendrick's fault.
This is
the end of the
100% Hendrick's fault. It's either Chevy's fault.
What a hack.
It's either Chevy's fault or it's Toyota's fault. Because Toyota, if they didn't screw up Denny Hamlin's engine, he might have made it.
Nah, he was.
Nah, it was too far. So no, I don't know. So I'm sorry. I'm just trying to look at blame other than Logano.
I still
This is
blame
sad.
Chevy.
We're talking about the
At
end of the
the end
season.
of
We
the
should be
day-
hyped that somebody won.
At
If
the
you
end
were
of
here,
the day, I blame Chevy.
yeah. If you were here yesterday, we were all freaking out because of Allgaier. But man, this one's kind of. I like it's syndrome.
Look at that! You cheated.
Freaking skinhead
Good
syndrome
job.
over
This
here.
is all because of
Where's
Joey's
his bow tie?
This is all because of Joey's glove.
Joey's Club has made an appearance.
Somehow, Joey's glove has returned.
an elite group
Denny's just mad because he can't seal the deal. You're
Yeah.
darn right.
Yeah, right.
Denny doesn't deliver anymore. In case you missed the news.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. We're not going to be able to use that slogan really anymore.
No.
Wait, what?
Denny doesn't deliver anymore.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Jeez.
Look
And
at
see-
all these disappointed
and see,
fans.
That is why this race sells out and why it's the championship race.
I think it sells out because it's the championship race.
I
You
think-
want to be there. This is the cheapest championship race or championship sport event in history.
Yo, by a lot.
I mean, you could go there for $100.
Yeah. for
What
two
Super
people.
Bowl can you go to for $100? You
Or
can't even park for $100.
The finals, the anything.
That's why it sells out. It's all about money.
Oh, of course it is. But
Raise the
still.
prices 300%. See who shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to talk about the actual thing now and move on? Into
I'm
the...
good to jump in. I'm ready.
All right, let me get us set up and ready for the.
I'm locked in for Xfinity and truck. Ready to go on that. I put a few notes in there, just some highlights, because I'm sure we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I got to get music cued. And
What
all
were
that
we at?
stuff.
One natural caution? Two natural cautions. Ty Gibbs and
was this
45? No, 44. Someone spun out and hit the wall. 71, Zane Smith. Someone caused a
Something
caution.
like that. All right, so let's see. I got that ready. Let me get the intro music going. Here for the spin we can done.
Wow, look at that. What's on his steering wheel? Did you see that?
That was
That
kinda weird.
sticker? It was like one of the turns, like almost
Was it
timing
like
lines.
was it like the? Oh,
It
was
looked like
probably-
timing
it was probably
lines.
pit road.
Yeah, it was probably pit road.
So like you knew, oh, this one you could have three yellow, three lights. This
I
one
bet.
two.
100% bet.
100% that was it.
None of the confetti made it to the car.
Hey Jake, you want that diecast?
No,
You're going to have to buy. Watch him win Daytona.
I'll probably quit.
Oh, is the toaster ready?
You should. Can you put a toaster on the? Can we put a toaster on the table? It's an ongoing joke about Blaney losing races. Is people go take a bathtub, a
toaster to
a
the
toaster to the bathtub and kill themselves. It's a Blaney thing. I don't know.
All right. You said the notes are good?
If Lindsay actually brings
they
the toaster
are
down, we
very
have to do it.
light,
That's fine.
but we can talk
We'll
about
make
them.
it work.
Yeah,
As long
me
as
and
they're-
Jake. Me and Jake watched all three races together,
That's
so we can talk about it.
All right. So let's go ahead. I'll get. Okay.
You should
I
just be
mean,
like,
we're already
We're just-
live, so I mean, it is what it is.
I actually think Lindsay is getting a toaster, so
No, that's fine. I need to make a comment about the toaster.
we'll just put it on the table somewhere.
just dip it in the whiskey. Nar.
Remove the trophy. That's a trophy, man. Goose earned it.
No, you can. You can
Yeah,
keep
Goose destroyed us. It was Kuzman
Oh my
said it was a
gosh.
71. Why does he look like Pat Riley?
Thank you so much for not being Denny Hamlin. Thank you so much for not being 2311.
I know. Honestly, I'm more upset about that than anything.
I guess we didn't know the script.
This is so ridiculous.
Can you put a 12 on it? The Sharpie.
Nothing. Gonna get run anyway.
Joey, on behalf of everyone at NASCAR, the entire NASCAR
We're gonna just name.
millions of
Can you even?
around the world,
I can't see it. I have no clue.
my privilege to present the Bill France Cup.
All right, Jake, you ready?
Drop me in, Matt. Drop me in, Jeff.
Series champion.
All right. I am ready to go when you guys are.
I don't think that's made out of real metal.
I have to mute one of them though, so just bear with me. I gotta find the audio here.
It is a beautiful trophy.
I love that trophy. I got to see it or a replica of it.
I think our
in,
trophy's
Homestead.
better.
That's a real one.
All right, you guys ready to start this thing?
Whatever.
What a way for it to.
Okay, this is not working.
You gotta pause that or mute it.
I got it muted. I hit the
You
M.
can just exit
No,
out of it, to
mute-
be
mute-
honest.
Jake, Yeah, we're done with that.
It's muted.
Oh.
I pressed the M button and it unmuted it.
We don't need it anymore.
What
You
does
can probably
M
put the
stand for?
podcast back up there.
Yeah, I
right?
will. I'll get there.
Who are these kids? So sorry.
Joey Logano wins the championship and is now a 3-time NASCAR champion. And we have our toaster ready. And we are here for the speed. What is up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for joining us today. What's up? My name is DJ. I'm joined by the lovely.
What's up? Name's at the bottom of the screen.
Wow. All right, and
It's just Jeff.
And your local Brad Keselowski fan. Today was a wild day, to say the least.
it was something.
Logano kind of dominated.
He was pretty.
You want to
pretty
jump on
dominant.
that real quick? I mean, he started up front and pretty much stayed up front. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of pit maneuvers, but not much.
Jake's about to wallow in melancholy for the next 3 months.
Yeah, Jake's done. Jake's ready for Daytona.
Yeah.
Nah, Jake.
We
Jake's
gotta-
not making it to Daytona, bro.
I don't know what we're supposed to do for the
This
next
is
several
Jake's
weeks.
local toaster.
Yeah, we tried to put a 12 on it. We figured Lindsay
I
would get
thought
mad.
y'all wanted to see it one time before it gets burned up.
Jake might not be here in Daytona.
Oh, jeez. All right. So, so that was the race.
Turn on the generator and get a
You
little
got
more
the bath
power.
running? You got the bath running?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We need to make sure it is.
No, we're just going to toss
soon
it
as
in the
we're done
hot
here.
tub.
Hey, do we have a.
As soon as we're done here.
Do you guys. Let's see if that helps. There. That might help us read that the chat a little better.
Leave down in
JFB.
leave down in the
Rock
comments. Leave down in the comments what you want us to put on Jake's gravestone.
Jeez.
Here lies the last Joey Logano fan.
All right. Why don't we go ahead and jump into the ratings of the race? Why don't you guys do that while I get a poll set up?
Man, okay, so I'll jump into this first. Rating for the race, I thought it was a downright standard Phoenix race. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. There wasn't much going on. There was a lot of domination in the beginning. Actual racing. They started the race. They finished the race. There was a handful of cautions. That's about it. You saw a few passes in the back, but clean air prevailed. So 6 out of 10. There you go. Jeffrey.
I mean, the highest a Phoenix race in my mind could ever get is probably a 7, unless you're talking about Xfinity. So, but for Cup, probably a 7. So,
Okay.
I'm probably gonna give it like a 5.
That's fair.
But
I think
like
that's
7's the
respectable.
max, and this is a 5. Maybe less.
It's just missing it. It's missing something.
It's not exciting.
It's missing the excitement. It's missing Homestead.
If you're running,
That's
if you're running
it.
Xfinity
The name's
package,
wrong.
it might be a little better. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this the storyline.
Maybe the new
with-
tire would
Maybe
make it
just
better.
the storyline from last night made last night's race better. But
Honestly,
today's was kind of trash.
I'm going to say this as a race, I thought this was like a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a race, if you take away the championship thing, you take away all that stuff, the race itself.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I really do.
I was taking
Yeah.
it. I was taking the fact that it was.
I
Championship
agree. If you take that into
account,
that alone is going to give you at least 3 points, I think. A
I
solid
thought
3
there was a
points.
little bit of hard racing. Obviously, the teams and the drivers they were walking on ice with any kind of assistance. You could tell, even if there was a Chevy blocking a Ford, they were giving them the clean line.
Yeah.
Versus, what we've seen in the past where someone's going to take that line and try to block them. Nobody wanted to mess around with that. There was a very clear warning from last week that there was not going to be any kind of disruption.
Shenanigans.
Now, on the contrary to that, does that gives the championship 4 like a free pass? I don't think it should. I think there's a fine line there that last week really messed up that fine line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of pushed it back a few feet where it needed to be because there should have been a little bit more. I think there should have been some more blocking, some more running other people's lines that we just didn't see this race. And I think it kind of dampened it a little bit. So,
Jake, what's your rating?
I give it a 4. Only because the race at the end was getting a little bit better.
That's
fair.
that's true.
Yeah.
Blaney,
Last 50 laps was pretty good. Other than that, the
There
race
was-
pretty much sucked.
what was
to
it?
be
There
honest with
was about 8 laps to go. I mean, it was looking like Blaney might actually catch him.
Yeah,
and was
you could
gonna-
tell like,
yeah.
they were like Logano and Blaney were both like they would they would make good time, but they would overheat the tire and have to slow down
Slow
just a
down.
little bit,
Exactly.
like a tenth or so.
yep.
So like that was pretty good. But I mean the rest of the race absolutely sucked. You couldn't pass. Dirty
No.
air was the most prevalent it's been all season
Did
in
they?
this race.
Didn't they have a new tire here?
I couldn't
They
tell.
had a weird
mean-
They
combination.
did, but I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I agree.
It made no difference.
No, it wasn't a
I
difference
mean,
at all.
literally no difference. Once you got out in the lead, you just would not be passed.
You
I
can't
think we
pass in the
saw
clean air.
one green flag pass.
I think it was Logano on Bell or something like that. Or was it Blaney on Bell? There was one
Blaney
pass.
on
Yeah,
Bell.
that's what we're talking about right there.
Yep.
Blaney
Yep.
passed Bell
Yep.
for a stage 2 win. More than a handful.
Yep.
More than a handful of laps before. But I mean, that was pretty much, I think, the only real green flag pass for the lead.
I think you're right. It wasn't
I
much.
guess at some point in time, Logano did pass Martin Truex Jr., I think, right? So maybe there's
Oh,
two.
that was early.
So how do you go to your championship race and you have 2 green flag passes for the lead?
Money.
And I mean, this is something we've kind of talked about before. and-
as Steve Phelps said, NASCAR's is the best it's ever been, and the racing is better than ever.
Dude, I saw a
Whatever,
tweet on
bro.
Twitter. Kenny Wallace was like, "This is excellent racing." I'm like, "Okay, you need to hop off the Honda. Like,
Right,
that's
get
kind
off
of wild.
Twitter, you
like,
freaking fud.
it ain't that good, brother. Like,
No,
I don't
the-
know what you smoking.
The no, I thought it was it was definitely lackluster, and especially as people that went to Homestead and watching Homestead in person and watching how many lead changes we had there, the racing there, and it's
Can-
like,
Can we just
I
clarify
get the argument.
that we're not looking for chaos, but how about just some real racing like we saw last night?
Yeah, like last night.
Last
yes.
night's race was amazing,
Yes.
and there was no chaos. There was a couple of wrecks, but there was no true chaos.
Yeah.
Yes, we did have 2 green white checkers, right? But it wasn't like the leaders or the championship guys all, running each other over or whatever. It was just true good racing up front and a couple guys in the back causing a mess, like whatever. But it wasn't like the truck series last year, and I don't think anybody was looking
yeah.
for that, right?
That was a nightmare.
And I don't think we had any problems with the truck race. It was pretty straight up.
Actually, it was kind of boring by comparison to last year.
Yeah, but I mean, it was pretty straight up.
Yeah. No,
Not
I
bad.
agree.
And I think with this championship format, you're setting it up for drama, and then there was none.
Yeah.
It's wild because, like you said, they're setting it up for drama. All three. I don't want to call them stages. What are they? Elimination rounds.
Yeah.
Rounds.
Yeah.
All 3 rounds are set up that way, and then you get to Phoenix, and it's just a dud. It's just
It's a bad track for this.
The only
It's
drama.
crazy how they get 9 races right, and then the final race is just whoever's in the lead wins.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Well, I
man.
mean, remember what was it a couple years ago when Larson won? The only reason Larson won that race, Hamlin, if I remember correctly, had the dominant car all day.
You wrecked?
No,
No, I
pit
thought you
stop.
were-
Pit
Oh,
stop.
I'm talking about Homestead.
Larson had the pole, and he had the better pit stop and got off pit road faster.
He kept getting cycling back to the front.
Yep,
Exactly.
every single time, and
All based
Hamlin
on
would pass
qualifying.
him.
Dang.
Yeah,
No Truex interview is an L.
that is 100%.
That is
I don't know how
super
you
big
do
L.
that. How in the world do you? I mean, he's probably already on his truck
I mean,
on his
to
way
me,
to a fishing
I was-
hole.
Yeah, actually, rumor is he found the one lake that you can go fishing in, and he's already there.
Yeah, he
in
probably is.
Arizona.
It's kind of wild.
in the
I
middle
wouldn't
of
be
the desert.
surprised. It's Truex.
He actually brought a lake in.
I mean,
with
maybe he
fish.
didn't. Maybe he didn't want an interview. I mean, that's very on brand for Truex, but I mean,
I think it would be on brand for Truex.
Not for his fans.
not for his fans, but like, I don't know.
I mean, it's your last one. At least,
At least have an interview. I get that, but it's also like I think his fans expect it at this point.
yeah.
Like, don't you expect it? Like,
Or do you want to
man's
see him?
done. Like, I don't. Did you guys see the social media post where he was getting a standing ovation?
Yeah.
I've never seen a man look so awkward.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was.
He was not about it.
uncomfortable.
Like he was. He's like, I've been checked out for weeks. I'm done with what's going on here. Thank you, but please,
Yeah, leave me alone.
let me leave. Almost like I would say, almost like a Ward Burton. Like he's gone. He doesn't show up to any races. Doesn't care. Like he's out.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, yeah. So, I mean, I just think that it's really. I mean, as much as, man, there was some good parts of today's race. It's just the
It's
issue.
hard to find.
It's hard to find because we're at Phoenix.
It's hard to find.
And I really hate that this is the last thing that we're going to talk about this year is talking about this track and how much we're like, man, the race itself sucked.
What are you going to talk about? Tire wear? I didn't see much.
None.
No.
Right? I saw advantages for good tires, but those were also on good cars. I didn't see any advantage on new tires on bad cars. Right? So it's one of those things that's just wild to me that it's like someone with good tires it doesn't make sense. But it also doesn't make sense to just get a 2-tire stop and try to gain the lead because you're just going to get washed up. You know?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is a Ford track. If you choose someone other than a Ford, you're out. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Maybe you could even jump into it's a Penske track. You know,
mean,
because
they
there's
should move
other
their-
Ford drivers
They
that
should
kind
be
of suck
moving their
here.
headquarters there. To be honest,
I mean, I would. Hey, if you own the last race of the season, you're gonna win championships. That's just
Yeah.
what it is. You know, Chad Knaus, new Homestead, he got it, and I think Chad Knaus is one of the reasons they moved Homestead.
I mean, you're
Watch
probably
him go back to Homestead, and Chevy's just dominant again.
all of a sudden Hendrick specifically.
A night rate is at Homestead. We got
Perfect.
this. No worries.
Chad Knaus pulls out like this old like notebook, and just
It's got
blows
dust
off
on
all
it.
the dust
Exactly.
and just like, all right, page 1. Here we go.
schematic.
We got this, guys. All right, so let's talk about some different things. So talking about practice and qualifying. So Martin Truex gets the pole. That was kind of cool to see.
There wasn't much I saw besides Blaney was dominant in the speeds.
Yeah.
Like the books had Blaney to win this race.
Oh, yeah.
He was fastest single lap, fastest 5 lap, 10 lap, 15 lap.
20 as well.
I thought no, 20 was Denny Hamlin.
He had 20. Denny Hamlin had 25.
Oh, okay, 22. So all the numbers jumped towards Blaney to win this thing, right? Blaney didn't get his qualifying where it needed to be. That's what it jumps down to. Or the 22 just came over at night and said, "Hey, what's your setup?"
You
Let me
could
get
put
that.
something into it that practice was at 6 p.m. and the race started at 3:30. We're ending the race.
I figured that was going to be a
We're
thing
ending the race at 6:30. Wins Blaney fast right now.
right now. I 100% believe that's a thing too. I really do. That's why I don't know if anyone knows.
Why the hell were we not practicing at 3:30?
I've said
You
this
know,
all
I've-
year.
I've been
Why
wondering
do we
that.
practice at night or first thing in the morning if the race is at a completely different time?
So the teams can spend a bunch of sim money trying to figure out what the difference in the temperatures are going to be, I guess.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
I've said this all year. I'm like, why are we because there's how many races have we practiced at 10 a.m., 10:30, but the race starts at 2:30
Or 3:30.
or 3:30. It's a completely different time. Like, what are we doing as a sport? This makes no sense.
Well, you got to run the
What
Xfinity
do-
race at 3:30.
Do football teams practice in the rain, ready for dry conditions? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
it's to me, it's dumb. So I'll jump towards that. But yeah, practice and qualifying. Blaney was top dog for the top 20, 25 laps almost. Then Denny Hamlin was next, but I think he just ran the longest lap.
He was one of like 9 guys that went 25 laps.
There wasn't much upset. There's no wrecks, right? No spin outs, nothing crazy that
In
happened in practice, right?
Jimmy spun out.
Well, shocker.
Sorry,
it's not
Jeff.
Homestead.
Jeez. Jimmy. Let it go, bro.
I know.
Let it go.
Jeff has a lifetime.
He's like that
ban.
25-year-old cat that you just won't let go.
Where did
Like,
Jimmy finish in the race?
I don't know, but it was.
did Jimmy race?
I didn't see him once.
I do think it's hilarious, and I'll just throw this out
I
there.
like how you start at the bottom.
Started at the bottom.
I do think
Now
this
we're
is
here.
hilarious how Bell ran
26.
a
bad.
majority
Not bad.
of this race up front. He had 0 TV time.
Of course.
It was
They
insane.
barely
remember-
even mentioned his name.
He was leading, what, probably 100 laps, if not more?
Close to half the race, yeah.
Gone.
Pretty much all of stage 2, except for the end.
Championship 4 matters.
Yep.
He got cheated. At least that's what he said in his post or pre-race media stuff
Do you-
yesterday.
Listen, we've had a week to think about this. Has anyone's opinions changed
Nope.
from last week?
Not a bit.
I still think he was cheated.
Yep. Still think he should be in.
I think it's circumstance, but he broke the rule and it was pretty clear.
But he broke the rule
He
because
coulda
of
lifted.
Chevy manipulation.
Yeah, but he still broke the rule.
Yeah, but he broke the rule due to someone else breaking the rules.
Yeah, but that.
So
I don't think that's a good
Two
argument.
wrongs make a right.
You know what? Two-
Am I saying that wrong?
no, yes.
If
No,
if,
yes.
if let's compare it to a different rule. If that was happening, would you be allowed to speed on pit road? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm done.
If someone's spinning out on pit road and you need to avoid it,
This is why
I'm
People
100%
make
speeding
Jake
past
sadder,
them.
bro.
You know-
people like you is why we're racing at Phoenix for a championship.
Oh, shush it. That is rude.
You're allowed to
Something I was
cheat
about
whenever
to
you
come
feel
up.
like it.
No, I'm allowed to cheat when someone else cheats. The rules are broken at that point.
Nah, you both break the rules. Both teams got penalized.
One team got a lot worse than the
If
other.
I throw sand in your face, and then you throw sand in my face
But
because
I'm
I threw sand at
penalized.
you, we both are going to get in trouble.
But I got the short end of the stick.
We both get sand in the face.
No, you move forward. You still won. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry. I still.
Let's make this confusing. If DJ throws sand in your face and then you throw sand in my face, then I'm okay.
Well,
but
DJ's on my side.
Yeah.
so-
No. I. The problem with last week, I 100% understand why NASCAR did what they did.
You had
Because
to.
they had to, yes. But I don't think it was right because of the
But
situation.
let's talk about this. We all know the 23 was full of crap and had no problem and gave the spot
The
up.
23 has been full of crap since he started his career. Just start that off.
I mean, okay, the 1 and the 3 got penalized, right? And the 23. The 1 and the 3 appeal. Why didn't the 23 appeal? Freddie Kraft was very adamant that there was nothing
Very.
wrong. Why
There's
wouldn't
nothing
you?
wrong with
Why
the car?
wouldn't you appeal?
because they're suing NASCAR. They don't need another reason.
Nah, it's because NASCAR looked at the car and said, "There's nothing wrong here."
Well,
Like,
That's-
you're gonna
you're
get a fine.
speculating.
You're gonna take it.
However,
and I am speculating.
could
but-
they say that it was because he was in the marbles?
Bro, you're willing to sue NASCAR in federal court. You're telling me you're not that makes you afraid to
this
appeal?
is 100% on the lawsuit. Don't worry about it. This has
course
been
it
an
is.
addendum or whatever they call it.
There is no doubt NASCAR pulled them for inspection, found nothing, and basically were
What's up,
told,
Mark?
like,
What's
don't-
up, Mark? How's it going?
Don't
see you in
freaking
Daytona, bud.
rock the boat.
Maybe.
Yeah, I believe it. But
All right.
at the end of the day, I'm just going to leave it at 2311 had to do what they did because Chevy cheated 20 laps per
I'm sorry. This is still all comes down to Alex Bowman's fault.
Yes, it's still Chevy cheating.
Yeah, because if Alex Bowman doesn't have the problem with the weight, then Logano isn't in the Final Four.
This proves my point. Chevys aren't good at cheating.
Not anymore.
Worse.
Not anymore. And which is sad because Chad Knaus is director of competition.
Yeah, but he's not in the box, I guess. I don't
That's the
know.
problem.
They need to write some more checks. I don't
something.
listen. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy truck or something. I don't know. Go buy a Hendrick car.
I don't know.
They need to figure this out.
Jeff, you just bought a Colorado, man. You should put the word in.
Come on, man.
Do my best.
Should have requested that. Should
Bro,
have
they're
requested that
not
interview
gonna,
with
they're not
Rick
going to
Hendrick.
listen to a guy who is a fan of a washed-up driver. So,
A Toyota driver.
Unfortunately.
a matter of fact.
Toyota.
like,
so
they're going to be
honestly-
like, "Oh, who do you like, Jimmy?" And they're like, "Oh, we're not listening to this guy."
So honestly, has your opinion changed since last week? After all the news that came out,
No.
you still think 2311 dogged the water and it's all Bell's fault?
Yeah. Well, here's the deal, bro.
Holy
no,
cow.
here's the deal, dog. Like, the thing is like,
It's a definitive statement.
If
You can't even walk
someone-
away from that one.
if you, okay, so Christopher Bell's claiming that someone caused him to get into the wall. Fair, fine. He didn't have to press the throttle, and especially if he's already receiving help from his teammate.
He
What does
probably
it
was
matter?
concussed at that point. He had no idea where the sun was.
Oh my god, I'm concussed. Throttle.
Spaz out, man.
You know.
My defensive reaction is floor it.
Yeah, no way, bro. Like, nah.
I mean, it's like being in Call of Duty game.
reaction. When Brad gets hit in the behind, he's like, floor it.
Honestly, he probably would have.
They're obviously faster than
He
me.
probably would have had no issues, or maybe similar issues, or won his appeal if he decided to make one or whatever. If he just didn't press the throttle,
I think it would
you
have been.
think he's going to
do
go through
agree.
all that trouble to pass Bubba just for Bubba to pass him back? Bubba's not going to pass him back.
I do agree with that. If
So
Bell
if he just doesn't
did
press the
just-
throttle, he probably wins.
if Bell set back, got off the
He would've-
throttle,
He would have been fine.
I think it would have been a lot harder for NASCAR to call.
So that's his own fault.
and
at
well,
that
no, they
point.
wouldn't.
At the
have-
end of the day,
they
you
wouldn't
wouldn't
have.
have won the
They wouldn't have
championships or
moved him
whatever.
back. They would have just penalized the 23, and Bell still would have advanced. Because Bell didn't do
Yeah.
anything wrong, like Byron didn't do anything wrong.
It's wild, man.
So yeah.
It's
Anyway,
wild.
all right. Let's get into talking more about this actual race.
Sheesh.
Instead of last week's. So on lap 2, Baby Gibbs loses. I'm not saying the rest. Loses it and hits the wall hard. I don't know if it was. It looked like it was something with
We
the
should
apron.
just have an asterisk here. I did write the notes again after last week's fuddle. So I wrote them again. I don't remember what I wrote. So
Oh jeez.
as long as we're good here.
This is what happens when
I
Mac-
tried to make them vague so that
Yeah.
we
So
can
I like
speculate on
how-
what we talk about.
The last couple of weeks, we've had so many notes for the race, and this one we have 4.
Yeah, there's not much.
You're welcome.
So anyway.
I mean, I'm reading
Ty-
it. That's
okay.
all the points.
So
all
can
we
we
need.
let's talk about it then. Ty Gibbs hitting the wall. That was a nasty hit.
Yeah, I think he just came out of turn 4.
Looked like he hit the apron and kind of
He
got
came
loose.
off hot, hit the wall,
Just get better.
broke something, tried to drive low, hit the apron, and then
Got loose. and
similar
tried
to what
save it.
Larson did at Atlanta.
Yeah.
Cut the wheel and just tagged the wall with ungodly force. I don't even know what his G's were.
It was a hard
It
hit.
was insane.
Baby
I mean, he was
Gibbs.
limping to the ambulance.
A little bit shook up for sure, and then he hit totally square, totally flat on the door sideways. Which, if you listen to the drivers, they say that is the worst way to hit.
Yeah.
Baby Gibbs broke his cradle.
He's now a
big
man.
sad.
He's now toddler Gibbs.
Toddler Gibbs
At the end of the day, at
Broken
least he
rear
wasn't
toe
in
on the
Final
cradle.
Four.
Broken right rear toe on the cradle.
puts Baby Gibb in a race car bed, still crashes it.
Jeez. And then at the end of stage 1.
Oh, wait. We can't say that about Gibbs. Wasn't it you saying
Yes,
you're
Ma-
starting to become
he's
a
becoming
I'm
fan?
starting to become a fan. I talked to him at Daytona, or not Daytona.
No, you didn't.
Homestead.
Homestead.
Homestead, dude, he was.
No, you didn't talk.
Homestead,
You didn't
yeah.
talk to him.
We were visibly speaking in the same direction.
Hold on. Let me clarify,
I
Matt.
can't.
I need to
I can't
clarify
with this
Matt's.
guy.
Hold on. I speak fluent Matt. What he was saying was Matt was there while he was being interviewed on stage, and Matt was looking at him, listening to him,
Yelling.
Talking in his direction.
and yelling
Yelling
at
at
him. That's them
Probably
talking.
insultingly.
Probably.
So Matt is a heckler. Is what
Matt
it
is
comes
a
down to.
heckler.
Because if you weren't, we told the story about is go back and listen at Homestead. Matt was literally yelled at Austin Dillon and got him to turn around and blow him a kiss.
Many, I'm loved by many. That's all I can say.
Hey JFB, no shame.
JFB.
There is no shame.
The other,
I'm not against Gibbs.
isn't
Yo,
J-
JFB's on my side.
I say, isn't JFB
Get wrecked, nerd.
Isn't JFB the other Brad fan that we have?
He can be if he wants to be.
I don't remember. Is
You
that
can
is
join
that
the
you?
Brad family,
No, that was another person.
the
Okay.
Keselowski fandom.
I like Kuzma.
LOL. You.
You.
Ryan, you haven't talked to the man. All right,
Matt,
Listen.
you know it's wrong to like kids, bro.
Okay, first off,
And we're
reel it back
moving
in.
on
All
to
right.
Hey,
Joey Logano wins
wild.
the end of stage
We
1,
can't
and
be
we
making
move
jokes
on
like
into
that. We have the
stage
toaster
2.
already.
Stage 2. Before the start, the pace car decides to have a commitment line violation
Bro.
and run into the sand barriers.
Listen, there's
I'm
only
not
one
gonna
person
lie,
here
this
with a
was
Denny
the
Hamlin
best
shirt.
This was the best part about the entire race.
This is the best part about the race.
Watching the pace car and all the jokes that we were
What
seeing.
happened there? Because I thought he got tagged.
It looked
I
like
think
it.
he just-
Almost like Kyle Busch tagging the back of
Yeah.
the pace car
think-
when he was frustrated.
When they showed the front on
Nah.
shot, that's what it looked like. It looked like Elliott hit him or something, and that's what got him
No.
loose. But
Bro
then
was
you look
definitely
at
daydreaming. Dude.
you look at
He
you
was
look at the
daydreaming and
overhead.
forgot.
You look at the overhead, and you literally see like the brake lights come on, tires lock up, and swoop, and he just sends it and totally hits the barriers.
Oh my gosh, it was supposed to come down here. I forgot.
oh, is this the final lap?
Oh wait, I'm not in a race car. I'm in a Camry.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Jake, you probably know the most about this. When you're the honorary pace car driver, do you drive the pace car the whole race?
No, just the initial start.
Oh, see, that's okay because I knew Michael Phelps was the honorary pace car driver, and I'm like, yo, this guy, he's in Phoenix. He's probably, you know,
probably
maybe
feeling
on that
it.
peyote. You never know.
No. No,
I
the
mean,
wild,
I did
the
see when
wild,
they drove away, a little smoke rolling down the window.
the wild part is they got
Hot
out,
boxing in the pace car.
Hey, Snoop Dogg.
the driver, the official, got out of the car and they
Yeah,
brought
you
over
saw
the new
this.
and they brought over the new car, the new pace
Yep.
car, and he got in that one. I'm like, who's letting this guy drive the new one? He just wrecked the old one.
I think he needs to go to the
Infield.
Bro, we
Yeah,
had all
infield
we
care
had
center.
all the
Oh,
jokes.
so many jokes. Yeah,
Bros-
Like,
Bros
does
premium.
the pace car have to be on DVP?
Yep.
DJ's like, does he have to make the mandatory trip to the infield care
Yep.
center? What was some of the other ones?
commitment line violation.
Commitment line violation.
What was the one you
I
said?
said
It
I
was
think
like,
Kyle Larson
oh,
went
what
into
is
the
it?
pace car.
Take the tape off the front. It looks a little loose or something like that.
Oh yeah, I was like, hey, Toyota, if you want some sponsorship time, put some bear bond on this thing, put it back out there. But she look a little loose, so take some tape off the nose,
yeah,
tighten her up.
yeah. Dude, all the jokes were flowing. That was
Bros,
the best part of the race.
Bros
That
premium.
was the highlight.
Bros premium's going way up, bro.
Bro.
Yeah.
Do you think NASCAR will sell the body panels on their shop, like they do that to Cup cars?
I think
know
they're
what?
just gonna auction that car off.
I was gonna say, dude, auction that car off, man. It's got a nice dent on it.
Don't you remember we asked about what they do to the cars they bring to the tracks?
Yeah, you remember what they said?
Yeah, they just auction them off at the end of the year. They
They
go
either-
to all the races, and at the end of the year, they just auction them off at whatever
Rate.
Just kinda
I've never
auction
seen
it
one
is.
for sale.
No, you can't this one was because they get miles on them, obviously.
JFB
But
says
they're
they need
also
Hans
touched
devices
by
for the pace cars now.
hundreds of people every week.
True.
They're gonna have to start wearing helmets out here, dude.
I think they do wear helmets.
Do they?
Yeah.
The official was wearing a helmet.
Imagine they got like a 5-point harness in there.
They're
What
gonna
happened?
have-
Well, you know,
What a spicy toy.
Michael Phelps decided to hotbox and take out the pace car. So
Yeah. Great job.
in Phoenix.
Yeah, wow.
You know what? It was probably the seat was adjusted for him, and the guy couldn't reach it, and that was probably what it was.
just to be clear, it was not Michael Phelps.
It was not him. It was an
It
official
was an
driver,
actual NASCAR official,
which is
who was
honestly worse.
But if it
What's
was
even worse is
but if
the-
it was, we'd get the same result.
The official probably got high from secondhand smoke.
because it's Phoenix.
No, we're just playing.
All right, and then moving on, obviously stage 3, we go into stage 3. Or stage 2 ends. Blaney wins stage 2. Stage
Your
3.
second pass.
There's
for
more to the
lead.
race after that.
What?
There's more to the race
Shockingly,
after
yes.
that.
There was
Yeah.
actually another 200 laps.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the rest of stage 3, there's no notes because nothing really happened. There was a car or two that spun.
The only thing that was
Joey
really
Logano won the
interesting was
championship.
pit strategies. Logano and Bell came down,
Yep.
pitted first. Blaney was a lap after.
And then Byron stayed out for a little while.
Byron stayed out, thinking it was the winning call.
And it would-
Actually, all the
Would have been if he stayed out
Hendrick-
another couple laps.
Yeah, honestly, probably would have. But anyway, the 24, the 9, and the 5 stayed out for pit strategy. They came in probably 10, maybe 12 laps later.
Something like that.
Get fresh tires. At that point, Bell was in the lead. Blaney was second. Logano was third, and the rest is history. I mean, Logano came up. He got the win. Dominated. Blaney
Do I
came in
wanna know?
second.
I'm gonna share it.
And that's it. I don't know where else to take this race recap because Logano won.
It's about to get worse, it sounds like. Jake has an update for
Can we
us.
talk about the championship?
What is it?
About the champion? This is
Did
the
he get dequalified?
worst performing champion in NASCAR history.
Perfect.
The worst. He has
here
the
we go.
worst.
Typical Logano.
He has the worst average finish in NASCAR history. 17.11.
Oof.
If you tallied it up, here's my thing. I want to clarify first, right? I have no problem
we
with
go.
Logano playing the system,
It was
playing the
about
game.
time.
This is the rules. They did what they had to do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No complaints there. They did everything they were supposed to do. Nothing against Logano, Team Penske. They showed up, whatever. Good job. Honestly, sincerely. I hate the playoff system like this because this is. I've been a fan for players for a long time, really, and I'm done today. I'm done. I'm totally done.
So let's recap. Las Vegas, you hated it. Homestead, you loved it. Martinsville, you loved it. Phoenix, you hate it.
Yeah,
All right, cool. Keep going.
yeah.
Fair?
Who wants to watch racing when 50-50 out of the time it's not good? You reward mediocrity for the sake of entertainment. It's
Yeah, but-
not entertaining.
That's society.
No, it's not entertaining. It's not. We're here to crown the best of the best, right? And we had the guy who, if you go by, let's just say, and using just tallying points all year, no bonus points, no nothing, just tallying points all year, he is 14th best of the year.
That's true. Can't argue that one.
That's almost
This
below
is-
the cutoff for the playoffs.
This is the most illegitimate championship in NASCAR history. It is. He got in from a decent fuel strategy. He got into the
He just
the
stayed
round
out for
the
5.
championship round, right? That was a decent strategy, but he got into the final 8 because one car failed tech, right? And he got in. What race did he win earlier in the year?
It was the one with 5 cautions.
5 overtimes, Nashville.
Nashville.
He won
Nashville.
on a lucky 5 overtime fuel mileage.
Half the field was wrecked and all thrown out of whack. So yeah,
I
he
just-
wins there.
It's
And
just
then-
not legitimate, man. I'm over it. I hate it. And what really makes me the most upset is the NASCAR leadership saying that this is great. The racing is great. No, it's not. The racing is good, but the championship
It
is
depends.
completely non-legitimate. None of the drivers even take the championship seriously. They would all just prefer to win. That's why you see everybody racing the championship for like complete dicks.
Yeah,
Nobody cares about the championship. They just want another trophy. They want to try to win the race. Nobody cares about the championship. Joey Logano is so overly excited because he won the champion, but he also won the race. That's what means the most. This playoff format freaking sucks. I'm over it. I want something different. You had a great idea, but I'm curious
Yeah.
what you guys' thoughts on the championship is because I'm not happy. I'm
I think they need
severely
to-
disappointed going into the next 3 weeks
I
or
don't-
3 months.
I don't think they need to scrap it and change it massively. I think they need to adjust it. I think you could make small
Yeah.
adjustments and still fix this and still keep the legitimacy of your playoffs, still be entertaining, and still give you those Game 7 moments.
Right.
With not a lot of changes. And I think I think Matt. I think some of his were close. I think I have similar ideas, but what was yours, Matt?
So mine wasn't like groundbreaking or anything, but I basically said, take out the win in your in condition. Make the same eliminations, the same 4 rounds, the same 1 round race win, but have it purely based off points. Because we've seen it the last 4 weeks. We saw Joey Logano win Las Vegas.
Yep.
And he was non-existent at
Homestead
Homestead
or
or
Martinsville.
Martinsville. We saw Tyler Reddick win Homestead, and he was multiple laps down at Martinsville, but he was already locked in. So what do you care? At least have it to where if you win, you're not locked in, but
You
you,
just get
obviously get
advantage.
points to go forward.
And I
so
so sorry not to interrupt you. Like that's kind of where mine
I
is.
don't
like,
see there being any negative consequence to this because there's not a driver. Like, yeah, we could say, okay, at the start of the next round, you get all your regular season bonuses. Makes sense.
Yep,
At
makes
the
the
most,
season
we're
add up.
looking at 30 points, 35 points, maybe 40, 45 at the most,
Half a
depending
ra-
on
half
how
a-
good your season is. But we haven't seen that in the last 3 to 4 years.
right.
Since Gen 7 showed up, we haven't seen someone show up to the Championship 4 race with like 70
Yeah,
points.
50, 60,
What was
70
it?
points.
It was
makes no
what
It was
Truex.
Truex, I think, was the last
He
one.
had like a whole race in the bank.
It made no sense.
More than that.
And
Right.
honestly,
No,
that's,
Kevin Harvick.
Maybe Kevin Harvick.
Well,
10,
it-
10 wins in the regular
It w-
season.
well,
So
that was that one.
all
but
I'm saying
Truex
is
had
take
one
out
too.
the win
Yeah.
and you're in category. That's it. Obviously, get your points.
Winning you're in a regular
Once-
season.
Yes, regular
But
season is
win,
good because that
win,
makes sense.
It's a win in advance.
Win in advance.
Yeah.
I like
they
that.
should take
I like
that
it
out.
too.
But
because
I do
that
think
still leaves points to be desired because you could finish second, third, and have a great standing to move forward. Almost be the leader at that point.
So I've heard a bunch of different ideas on how to fix the playoffs. That's the best idea I've heard.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna throw
I
this
think-
out there.
I think you
This
have
is
to
what we
change.
do for our fantasy league. There's
Yeah.
no win and you're in. Now, granted, it's a fantasy league, right? Don't take it for a grain of salt. We pick 4 drivers, but we don't have a win and you're in condition. So whoever scores the most points in the round obviously goes to the top of the board, and then you fight your way to stay up top, or you get knocked down. What was it? Martinsville. Nate came back with 180 points, and excuse me, Kuzmin, another one of our fantasy league contenders, he dropped because he had lower picks. I think you could do the same thing in NASCAR. Obviously, it's just on our side we have 4 drivers. On their side, it's just them. But I think it would be better because I think at the end of the day, this would probably allow Denny Hamlin to move forward. This would allow someone like Tyler Reddick would be out because he sucked at Martinsville and he sucked at Las Vegas. Like, granted, he got a
Blaney
win.
probably wouldn't have made it either.
He got a win, but that's 40 points. No, I think Blaney finished second and first. I think he would have been locked.
the only thing with the whole
He
win-
should have been locked.
The only thing with removing
No,
the
but
win and-
that's the end of it. The beginning, he wasn't great.
Right, but he had 2 out of 3 really good races.
so the problem with the removing the win and you're in thing that I found
Win in advance.
the win in advance. Sorry, win in advance.
It kills a little bit of speed in your playoffs, but I
No,
think
no.
it makes the general fan appreciate
That's not what I was thinking.
each race more.
Because like
Ryan,
the problem
Ryan
is
Blaney would not have made it.
Really?
so the problem
He
I
would have
see
been
with
7th.
the problem that I see with it is that
Hold on,
if
sorry. Let me take that back. I'm totally off base. Sorry, DJ. Go ahead. I want to clarify. I don't want to. Sorry, I don't want to give. false
am
information.
I good? Am I good?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What are we talking about?
I have no idea.
All right.
So the problem with the win in advance thing that I see is if you have somebody, let's say there's Talladega in the playoffs, they get wrecked out early, don't get any points, and it's someone like Kyle Larson, known to wreck at a super speedway. And let's say he had like this year 6 wins, multiple wins, obviously the favorite to win, and now he is every single race barely hanging on, trying to claw his way back. I think you have to adjust it and make it to where the wins in the playoff series actually have a different. See you, Jace.
You're not on camera. You're good.
Yeah, you're good. No one knows you're here. So I think you have to adjust the points and how that and make it to where like in
What
the
if
regular
they did
season.
that? What if they started to adjust the points and make a win actually more viable? Instead of 40 points, you get 60.
That's what I'm
Plus your
saying.
stage points. Now you're walking away with almost 80 points a win.
I think that makes it better because you still have a chance to fight back because it's not a guaranteed spot. That person could still fall. They could still have one good
could do
race
that.
and two really bad races and still be in the
What
mix.
if they just bump up the win playoff points? and,
That's
like,
what I mean. Is the win playoff?
Oh, the
I'm
playoff
not
points,
talking about
okay.
getting in. I mean more specifically in the playoffs.
Instead of 5 playoff points, you get 10. Or make
something.
it an
Yeah, but
odd number. Make it 12.
Your
you know,
point,
weird.
Your point difference from first to 16th is going to be drastic. It's going to be drastic. And if you have 4 or 5, okay, let's just take Kyle Larson versus say Harrison Burton, Daniel Suarez, and whoever
Yeah,
else down the
it's
bottom,
true.
right? If Kyle Larson, how many more points is he getting before you get to a Talladega?
All right. Do we need 16 playoff drivers?
maybe. Well,
I'm fine with the 16.
You're good with 16?
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I
What
think
was
they could
it?
bump it down to 12.
what was it? It was 10,
I think
12.
they
No,
I
I
think
think-
they should mirror Xfinity for continuity error.
That's a
No,
good
I
point.
think. Well, it's a fair point. I think there's 16 really good drivers now, and you probably have 16
No,
winners
there's
a year.
Not 16 really good drivers.
How many winners did we have?
Yeah, we had winners. But
Bro,
they
you're winning a
aren't
Cup
good.
Series race. You're a great driver.
Austin Dillon, Harrison Burton. Suarez,
One Daytona.
Cindric.
One Daytona 500.
Cindric.
One Gateway.
No, bro. They're not. No, they're
wouldn't say-
not.
I
You
there.
don't think they're good?
They're not. No, that's your 4 drivers. This playoffs, I would wipe off the map and say we don't need those in the playoffs. We should start with 12.
Daniel Suarez, multi-time winner.
Yeah, congrats. Not this year.
Chastain wasn't in the playoffs,
One?
was he?
Hey, you won one. Congrats.
No, Chastain went winless this year.
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't even advance, so he wasn't in.
No, he did not go winless. He
No,
did
that's
win.
right. Yeah, he won one. I bought that, I guess. Yep.
Yeah, but he was in the playoffs.
Kansas, he won.
He was not
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean, he
I'm
won
just-
in the playoffs.
In the playoffs,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
There are 4
I'm perfectly fine with
really
16.
ridiculous seats. Now, if all these drivers are 2-time drivers, yeah, all right, I get that. You know, you're never going to see William Byron 16th. You're not going to
I mean,
see it.
did you ever think you'd see Logano 16th, 17th?
He wasn't.
It's his average finish this year.
Average finish, but that wasn't his playoff rankings. He had stage wins and he had race wins.
I see what you're saying.
He was
No,
high,
he had one race win.
If he didn't have
One
that,
plus
win.
stage wins. didn't
One
he?
win.
He has no stage wins this year.
I don't know about stage wins, but he had one win.
I don't think he was in the playoffs.
I'm thinking
until
he was
won.
top 10.
All right, so
When
I'll
the
give you.
playoffs
I'll give you a
started.
hint. Ahead of,
Well, I think we're splitting hairs here. I
mean,
really don't think it's
kinda
like
tough to say.
super crazy to jump into.
you know who was better than Joey Logano this year? Ty Gibbs, Denny Hamlin, obviously. Bubba
Well,
Wallace.
I mean, Ty Gibbs makes sense. That guy's actually pretty
Bubba
good.
Wallace didn't make the playoffs. Brad Keselowski made the playoffs because of a win. Get
Yeah,
eliminated quick.
He's the GOAT.
Ross Chastain didn't make the playoffs.
Yep.
You know who the 6th best driver this year was?
Bubba.
Chris Buescher.
Chris Buescher was great.
Didn't make the playoffs.
Won Watkins Glen. Put some respect on his name.
Did he? Yeah, but that's in the playoffs. He didn't make it.
He's the GOAT.
He didn't make it. That's what I'm saying though. I don't.
But this. So
So
why
you-
are we rewarding mediocrity?
No, I'm saying
with the
no,
bottom
no.
4.
I'm fine with the 20 drivers. I'm just saying because there's 20 guys easily in the Cup Series that can win every week.
There is, but
That's fine. Then they should have a chance to go for the playoffs.
so anyone who wins should be in the playoffs. I'm down with that.
How many football teams make it to the into the
Back to
NFL
square
playoffs?
one.
Jeez, we're back to what we
I'm
have
sorry.
now.
Oh my gosh! Stop
Jeff,
talking.
what do you think?
I think y'all should not go back to what you were talking about. We just went in a whole circle.
Yeah,
You guys literally were like, "Yeah, if you win, you should be in the
Jake
playoffs."
is very
Matt's over here-
convincing.
Matt's-
everybody.
Matt's
Like,
over
that's
here
wrong.
We should talk about Friday.
Matt's over here
No.
like, I'm bringing it back.
Nah, bro. I mean, that's the only way to fix this without making a whole new setup.
Yeah, I think your idea is great.
That's the only
no
way
more,
to fix it.
no more winning in advance.
I think for at a minimum, where you remove that from the last round.
I think I originally said, yeah, remove it from the last round.
minimum.
The top 8 is there's no more winning you're in.
all the year.
But we could do it the whole playoffs.
All
I don't think
playoffs.
it's really going to change
I
anything.
would be fine
Here's
with
the
that.
thing. I think that you still have to make a win worth it. because and what I mean by
Yeah,
worth it
give 'em
is
60
like,
points.
Like
That'll make it worth
obviously,
it.
if you're not competing for a playoff spot anymore, you're only getting one more point than the second place guy. You know what I mean?
Five.
Well, okay, 5.
But
you're right.
still,
but
5.
I think that needs to go up a little bit.
10 or 15.
Maybe like
All right,
10
we're
or
splitting
15.
hairs. We'll let NASCAR figure this out.
Just to make it more.
The problem is we let
incentivize a
NASCAR
little
figure it
more.
out, and this is what we have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
can't
think
trust NASCAR.
everything's great. Don't talk about it. Those are
NASCAR's
just
a freaking
bots
dictatorship.
yelling
What are
at
we
you.
letting them do.
You think
everything
we
for?
can reach out to Daddy Trump to make NASCAR great again?
I think so.
No,
I mean,
Actually,
it's worth a shot.
we got double winner Donalds
Maga.
this week. We can talk about that real
Yeah,
quick.
that was cool. That was,
Yeah, bro.
that was pretty
Our
sweet.
local DJ won our fantasy college football league. So congratulations,
Yep,
Donald.
Thank you. Cool. That has
He's
nothing to do
only
with
the
this
second
podcast.
Donald to win this week. I don't know about any
I
other
don't know if
Donalds in the.
If
in-
you ask
in the-
me, mine was
in the
more
world.
important, but that's okay.
I honestly, you know what? I think it was.
Some might say it's more important. Not everybody.
I would never say that, but some say.
So
say they-
congrats, DJ. You had the great
Yeah,
picks.
that worked out.
Do you guys want to jump into trucks?
Let's do Xfinity, and then we'll go to
Xfinity.
trucks.
Okay.
Yep. So
Xfinity was probably the best race of the week.
Xfinity was a fire race.
I feel like we've said that before.
Yeah,
Shocker.
right.
It's
So
probably because Junior's in it.
you had the fight was between Cole Custer, AJ Allmendinger, Alston Hill, and Justin Allgaier.
They were racing like dogs.
They
man.
were. It was.
I mean, it was respect. It was really
was
respectful.
clean,
Nobody
but
was
hard.
dooring each other. Nobody was trying to play a game of taking a line, or they were just racing. It was really entertaining.
I'm not gonna lie. It was a boring race, except for the
Xfinity?
Justin Allgaier like storyline.
Oh,
It was slow. We literally,
Jeffrey. It
we
was the
literally
best
were
race of the
sitting there.
weekend.
It was the best race of the weekend. I'm not.
It
gonna
was
dispute
slow,
that.
but it was the best
But
race.
Yeah, it wasn't spectacular.
But it was not a
I mean, it
spectacular
was a
race
good.
by
It
any
was a
means.
good race, but it wasn't like.
the thing that made it spectacular was the Justin Allgaier storyline.
Oh, for sure.
So you guys are pretty much the Justin Allgaier fanboys over here. So I was rooting for AJ, just because I thought AJ was going to be a party boy if he won this
Bro,
race.
you made some wild comments.
100% he would have been.
I think he was going to get this nonsense. So AJ winning, what's that kind of solidify for y'all? You've been root solidify. Oh, I'm sorry, Allgaier.
Sorry.
There's a lot of Austins and
Hey,
AJs.
like, who are you
and
like
Allgaiers.
solidifying?
What's that kind of solidify for you guys? You guys are both junior fans.
I was
a long
super
time
excited.
coming.
Yeah, I was super excited.
Just a
Well
long time
deserved.
coming.
A well-deserved champion.
yeah.
Yes.
A well-deserved champion.
Was it seven times? Seven tries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes so many appearances to the Final Four. Runs great. Had a good year. Like the obvious favorite going to the race. Like a well-deserving champion.
Yeah.
Not what we got today.
In a backup car.
Wow. You're just so rude.
In a backup car.
In a backup car.
That is a great point.
In a backup car.
Did you watch practice?
Yeah.
What happened? Because I know he hit the wall.
Who was
but
it? 44? Brandon Poole.
Pool.
Yeah.
Blew a motor going into turn one.
He jumped
Collect-
how many cars?
Collected him.
About 6.
Are we at 100,000,
Yeah.
200,000, $300,000
About
worth
6
of
cars.
damage? Woo! We'll just
Nine-
we'll
the
just throw out there
nine was
$600,000 worth of damage.
What was it? The 9 was killed. The 20 was killed. The 7 was killed. I think there's a couple other with more minor damage, but yeah, it was like
it was
6 cars
rough.
involved if you count him blowing up.
But
So going to a backup car, he obviously started in the rear. The 7 car.
2 penalties.
2 penalties,
Two
a restart
penalties.
violation, and a speeding up
Speeding.
pit road.
You think he'll get penalized?
Who?
Justin Allgaier? Fighting the toolbox in the garage?
Yeah, probably.
Honestly.
He
Did
showed
you guys
that,
see that?
He showed
Yes.
that toolbox who's boss, bro.
Oh, he
Yeah,
was
bro.
beating that sucker.
he
He was
was.
talking to his
Like Chandler Smith, let me show you how it's done. Ah!
This is a slap, brother.
I mean,
Wah, wah.
he's definitely slapped it harder.
No,
than
I mean, honestly,
sure.
with Allgaier winning, I mean, that just it solidifies his side being in Xfinity. He obviously had the car to beat. He drove through the field. He came over two penalties at least.
JFB just reminded me, flat tire too.
Flat tire.
Yeah,
Thank
that.
you,
I forgot
JB.
about that.
Yeah.
And
that,
he comes
bro.
back to win the dang race.
dude,
Crazy.
like, there was that one. I mean, granted, there
I
was
could
the
see
one
him
caution.
sweating.
That one caution saved him completely.
Can you imagine that weekend, all the way up to that last 20 laps? Literally everything went wrong.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything. You
Well,
wrecked. You had flat tire. You had penalty. You had another penalty. Like
So-
everything went wrong all weekend to the last like 30 laps.
They
or
were
so.
they were saying that the car that he had was a brand new car. They had
Yeah.
been building it for 3 months in preparation because they expected they would.
think
leave.
Austin Hill-
wrecked it after 3 laps.
Austin
Yep.
Hill also had a brand new car.
Yeah,
There's something to say about having a brand new car versus a used car. A used car, you kind of know the gremlins.
that
You
is
know
true.
how it's gonna run. Like you're not gonna get a lot of weird things out of it. But a new car, like you get that. Oh, it's nice. It's new. It's shiny. This ain't never touched the track before. But you could hit the track. You could hit oil and wreck the sucker, and now it's junk. Like, what are you gonna do with it?
Would they
Especially-
say Junior's backup car was? I'm sorry, not Junior. Allgaier's backup car was Junior's Bristol car.
Yes.
Yes.
Which that's kind of cool.
Fun fact: they're probably gonna use it at Bristol next year.
Probably.
I mean, I'd be using it at Phoenix
Might as
next
well
year.
reuse it, right?
Because that car was bad fast.
The
I
only
think Junior should run Phoenix in that car.
he might sign with the 20. You never know.
Hey, relax.
Calm down. It was really cool, like seeing Junior there, and they had that one camera shot watching Junior, like watching him do the burnout, and just kind of watching him.
That was bad. to the
Oh, that
bone.
was a gorgeous shot. I was like, whoever is that cameraman, give that
Listen.
man a raise.
Yeah, that was a
'Cause that
good,
was
that was a
gorgeous.
good one. That was
Junior-
picturesque. That was probably the Netflix camera.
Yeah,
Junior is
That's bad to the
the
bone.
Junior is the owner everyone should be.
yeah.
In
That is
any
facts.
series, any
Junior is
race,
the kind of boss
it could
you
be the
want.
smallest little quarter midget track versus the Cup Series. If you're Junior, if you are a race an owner, you should be like Junior because he was part of every interview. He was celebrating. He was taking interviews. He was the guy to talk to. Besides Justin, he was just
know,
present.
Yeah.
It was
very,
nice
very
seeing
prominent,
someone.
very out there.
I'm not
He's
gonna
like,
lie.
I put my heart and soul into this car, this driver, this team, and he just won the championship.
This
like,
was the first point that I was really glad he wasn't in the booth.
yeah.
yeah,
Because
True.
the
Yeah.
thing about him is he's also very professional.
Yeah.
And you could tell, like, if he was in the booth, he would not have been the way he was on pit road.
He probably been pretty silent.
He probably would have been like, yeah, man, like, really happy for him. Like, and
Yeah.
that would have been pretty much it.
It's cool to see him down there just soaking in the moment.
Yeah, super cool, especially for Allgaier. I mean, he's been chasing this for what now, 15 years or something like that.
I don't know who wanted it
Four-
more,
yeah, I think
Allgaier or
it's
Junior
14.
for
A
Allgaier.
little bit of both, probably.
Yeah, I think 14 years. That's what
14.
they said.
It was something like that. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a long time.
Even
14 years.
Even Kelly Earnhardt, you see how excited
Yeah,
she was?
she was
That
so
cool.
excited.
You can tell it's a family business. Very
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Super awesome, man.
That was
Wow.
awesome. So I mean, I could not believe that he came back and after all of that.
Last night was way more fun.
It was. Come on, Jake, be a little excited.
No.
Guess what? The next race. Never mind. I was gonna say the next race is at. It's not because the next race is actually at Bowman Gray.
we could talk about trucks. There's not a lot about trucks.
No, so
Ty Majeski dominated that race.
Dude,
there was
yeah.
no competition.
no question, the most dominant truck.
No competition
Eckes
at
I
all.
thought was going to be a fighter for it, but then that just went away.
Same with Heim. I thought Heim was going to be
Yeah.
There was a point.
gross fast, but Ty Majeski, fastest speed, got the pole, got the pit stop, led it every stage. Like
Should we talk about
it
it?
was gone. We can. You can glow. You can glow. You earned it.
Listen, he's been waiting because you've been gloating for the last year on the other
Last
league.
year.
Listen, hey, a new year's arising.
He's already
36 years or years.
Okay.
Wow.
36
Whoa.
weeks.
Listen,
36 weeks.
I'm 28. Chill.
36
Jake's been
weeks.
plotting this for a while.
So we're going to rename it.
No. No, the name sticks because I put the notes in. It is Matt's, what is it? Matt's truck race with Jake, or Matt's truck race championship with Jake.
No, that I'll beat
It's some
Jake
really
or something like
ghetto. It's some Word
Drake.
doc.
Whoa.
that. Anyways, I won.
Yeah.
I did win the me versus Matt
Yeah.
championship.
Yeah,
We got
I
to start posting those pics. It is so crazy. It came down to the truck race in Phoenix for us to lock it up, and we picked
Last
all
year was wild because I was plus 6 points, like walking
Yeah.
into Martinsville. So once I got Martinsville,
It
it was
over.
locked the whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? But this year, man, I had such bad luck. Between the truck race, the Xfinity, and Cup,
What was
Bad
it?
luck,
Didn't you
bro.
pick like SVG on the one he wrecked on? And he picked AJ.
let's just
and
say
got
this.
the win.
Corey Himes won, what, 8 races this year? I picked him twice. He lost. He blew up both races. Whatever 2 races he blew up, cut a tire, wrecked, I picked him.
I had my share of bad luck too, though.
I picked him for, I think, Las Vegas, and he blew up and lost. Or whatever, one
Whatever,
of the
wrecked
races.
or whatever.
Yeah, it was just like, what are we doing? Like, it's a guaranteed win, and I lost it.
I guess just on the record, if you're interested in doing our fantasy league, I don't know
this
if we'll
is
have to
between me and
limit
Jake.
it.
No one's
no,
on.
no,
no one
I'm
else
just
is
saying in
this.
general.
This is personal.
As
Which
a general
fantasy
thought,
league?
the big one.
Oh, our big fantasy league's pretty wild.
I say we open it up.
I'm down.
We need more people.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you gonna spend the time to do the spreadsheet?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No.
All right, fun fact.
Here's the deal
You
with
might
that.
not
Hold
get
on,
points
Here's the deal.
until Saturday, the day before the next race.
Hold on. Here's
We're
the
not
deal.
going to get points for 2 weeks anyway. You might as well.
Yeah,
Until
might as
you
well.
start doing points, Jeff, me and Matt make the rules, and the rules are it's invite only. And I think we're already full.
It's 50-50.
Full.
There's
We'll
a lot.
figure it
There's
out.
a lot.
I
12
think
of
there's
us.
about 8 more people joining next year.
Oh, we already got 8 more people.
So we are at
I didn't know
what,
that.
12 this
So
year?
we'll be at
We're at-
20.
yeah, we're already
at 20 people.
Honestly,
we're already tracking to probably hit 20.
12 was already a little bit
Well,
of a
after
handful.
Daytona,
No, we
we'll
have to have
eliminate
a
like
full
8
field.
of them.
Well, we'll see if
If
We'll
we have
see.
if we have to have a whole field, then we should
we got
just
to talk. We got to
pick
talk to
one
the
driver.
wives and see if they're really interested.
Ooh,
Yeah,
no,
honestly, we
Yeah.
could. Yeah.
that's only 2.
Well, Jeff's. Oh, never mind.
If it makes you feel better.
No,
my-
he's the kids. Remember?
Jeez. All right, let's just move
Oh,
on.
I just came running out
Well,
the
hey,
room all mad.
You're about to get your butt
How,
kicked,
Megan,
bro.
how many times have you asked me who should we pick this week? Me twice.
Didn't you get kicked out
Megan's
in the
won
very
more than
first?
you, bro.
Weren't you in the first
Whoa,
round
easy.
of
I
kickoff?
went back to back, brother.
Yeah,
I did
you
something
won more than
Blaney
you.
could never do. Put some respect on my name.
I haven't one.
All right. Hey, the chat can't hear
All
you.
right,
You're
anyway,
irrelevant.
Hey, but he's a fantasy league football winner. The Dawn
Whoa,
wins.
are they talking about me? Jeez.
Nah, we'll see.
All right,
we
let's
have some people that
Well,
really want to
listen.
put money on it next year.
So if you want to follow
wanna
it,
put
we're
money
gonna
on it,
we're
man.
going to.
I like just being better than you.
if you wanted to just post your picks in our fantasy our fantasy thing, we have a channel on Discord.
Actually,
you could follow along and kind of keep your own score to see who
yeah,
did
I
better.
could post the format in there too.
Yeah, and then that
How
way,
we
if
do
you,
picks.
if you want to like see how your picks hold up,
Literally the best.
that way you guys can kind of
It
do it
is
that way.
the easiest, best
It really
way
is
to
the
do a
easiest.
fantasy league. You
Picks, basically, in qualifying, you pick 2 in the top 10, 1, 11 through 20, 1, 30, or 21 through 30. Or 4,
highest
40,
points
whatever.
go.
Yeah.
And you get points awarded for stage wins and race wins.
Yep.
That's it.
Whatever
It's
4 drivers
fairly
you
simple.
pick, whatever points they get, that's what you get. You operate as a team owner.
You can pick the same drivers every week. It does not
Or you
matter.
can pick different ones.
If
It
you
doesn't
are
matter.
just a,
Or you can just pick
Corey
someone else,
LaJoy
or
lover,
you can also
and you just
pick
wanna
someone
pick
else's
them.
drivers.
You know what we should do?
or you can just pick
Hold
someone
on.
else's drivers and cheat.
Since we operate as like a team, we should, instead of just having our names, we should have our team names.
That would be
Ooh.
fire.
That'd be kind of cool. Have your own team name.
Well, the Big
I didn't think
Easy's
about
coming
that.
back.
The Big Easies.
The Big Easy. Hey, easy.
All right, anyways.
All right, let's move on to our NAS
That
news
was so
section.
freaking corny, bro.
Yeah, I know. With our news updates, some things that
Jeff
happened.
Racing.
Just Jeff Racing. I actually don't mind that. It actually doesn't sound that bad. All right.
Sounds better
JJR.
than JJR.
You don't like the Big Easy Racing?
The Big Yeezy.
All right. So
Speedway.
we kind of talked about it earlier. Penalties for the 1, the 3, the 23 for last week.
Did y'all cover it
We did a little bit at
on
the
the
beginning.
live?
No, not on the
really.
live.
I mean, they got fined a whole
okay.
bunch of money, which doesn't matter because the manufacturers paid for it.
Yeah, 100 grand
And they
each.
just paid for it by people buying their cars.
I did
so
think
whatever.
it was like we were saying. It was interesting because the 23 didn't try to what was it? Not protest. What's it called?
Appeal.
Appeal. The 3 removed their appeal, and the 1 lost their appeal. So I'm assuming the 3 heard what happened with the 1 and was like, "Oh, yep, we're not winning this. We out." So that is what it is. I mean, unfortunately, I think they needed to do something because they needed to tell these guys like, "Look, we're not doing that." But the sad thing is, it's
Do you
gonna
guys want
still
to
happen.
highlight what the penalties actually were?
We can. Do you have those? Like,
Yeah, it's 100 grand to the drivers, crew chief, spotter, and manufacturer executive all suspended from the race this weekend.
100 grand to the owner, too.
Was it 100 grand? Oh, and
To
what
the
was it?
owner.
50 owner and driver points too.
Yep, 50.
Yeah,
Which
it was
did-
100 grand to the owner and the drivers.
So what
Yeah,
was
or is it
interesting?
and the teams,
what was
rather.
interesting was some of the points. You know, normally the points you don't think about it, but those honestly matter more for the end of the
No,
year.
that definitely matters more.
What was funny was it didn't hurt Ross Chastain at all. He stayed in the same
He
position.
stayed in
Oh, okay.
19th.
Yeah, because they say you get about what 125,000 for every spot. So if you 50 points, you could lose 2-3 spots, and that
Yeah.
100 grand is
Austin
literally
Dillon.
nothing.
Austin Dillon lost 2 or 3 spots, and
Ouch.
and
RCR is going down to 1 car next year.
They might have to.
We can't be fronting this.
Yeah. In other news, Bobby Allison.
Sell Austin
passes
Dillon
away.
Silver Spoon. Fund Kyle Busch for next year.
I don't know who you gonna pick, Dylan or Kyle.
Kyle.
As of right now,
You think
yeah.
so? Do
He
you
has
think
a
he
much
gets
better finish?
the sponsorship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You need to put Austin Hill in Austin Dillon's car.
Austin Hill and Austin Dillon. Yeah, only
Put
got Chase
Austin
last
Hill.
name. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just cut the back half of the name off the roof rail.
Yeah,
put
you'll
it
be
in.
fine. All right, moving on.
Sharpie it in.
Other news: Bobby Allison passed away this week.
Yeah,
Man,
that's
bummer.
rough, man.
That was bummer.
Right after the news about him
You know,
getting the win.
I kind of wondered, did like NASCAR know something was coming?
Maybe, but
It was
maybe
like-
not.
They were saying there were speculations about his health, and certain things going on
Maybe
in
that
his
led to
personal
it?
life, and I think that I don't want to speculate, but it could have played a role
I don't
in
know.
the
I
news
just
that
wondered.
came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Man, he's old, bro. You just breathe on him, he dies, bro.
Golly,
I'm just kidding. I'm just causing trouble.
put some respect on his name, man.
Daytona 500 champion right there.
This is
So
a
is Jimmy.
Miller Lite driving. What was he? The 12? What car was he? It was a long time ago. I think it was before I was born. Like
It was definitely before
you were
Before,
born.
before any of us were
I
born,
knew he
pretty
had the
much.
Miller Lite High Life car. That's all I needed, and I was hooked.
All right.
I'm just making jokes.
But
Maybe he was just waiting to die to get the news that he won the race, and he could finally just
Let it
go
go.
in peace.
I mean, he's rolling
not
right now,
gonna
knowing
comment.
Joey Logano's champion.
Alrighty, this was Martin Truex's final race with a throwback scheme. I did like the throwback scheme. It did look really good.
No, it did not. It looked freaking terrible.
ass.
bro, it was terrible. It looked nothing like the real
It was a
car.
hot
liked it.
pink tracker
Nah, you're right.
car. How do you f it up? What do you?
I don't know.
They're like
do?
showing the side by side photos, like which one of these is the same, like that meme from The Office, but
Yeah.
they're not the same.
Fun fact: one has a 9 on it.
Well, I mean, the number is what the number's gonna be.
The scheme looks so bad, and I think it just comes down to, in the old days, they used to actually paint the
Bro,
cars.
they make metallic paint wrap. You can buy it.
Yeah.
Do you think Joe Gibbs
FedEx
is going
is
to
le-
put that money towards that wrap?
No,
No,
because
he's not.
FedEx and all their dollars are leaving.
It's gone. You lose.
You get nothing.
You lose. You're lucky you're here.
I said good day, sir. I said good day.
Literally.
So anyway, his paint scheme, it was a nice throwback, but it looked like trash. So
Kuzman was a Truex, the last current driver who raced for DEI. That is correct.
Yep.
Yes.
Unless you count Steve Park. I mean, he could come back.
So Michael Jordan congratulated Truex on pit road. Not surprised. He will probably race there shortly for a couple races.
Probably not.
Not well.
that is a great rumor.
that was
DJ.
that was the rumor until the lawsuit. So we'll see.
I think it's all.
I like this
hot
comment.
air.
Denny Hamlin is your friend.
Jay,
Your friend.
Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Send me his number.
Comments.
In other news, speaking of 2311, so 2311's injunction is denied.
Ouch.
The Clash and the 500 cars are in question.
Wanna
Look, so
jump on
before
this
we
shit?
go, before we go to the clash, so the injunction was denied, but they are allowed to appeal.
Yes.
allowed
So that
to
was
appeal.
it was denied on Friday, but they can appeal, which I believe
And
they'll
the
file on
judge
Monday.
is expediting the
Overall case.
the overall case, which is the expediting the founding clause, foundry clause.
The
Their findings.
the findings.
Discovery
the discovery for their
Thank you.
NASCAR's
documents,
Incomes,
documentation.
documents,
yeah, money,
whatever
money. I
they're
forgot. We're
in and
slipping
out,
from all of us.
Sorry, let me back up. What is
profit and losses.
Yeah, what it is they are so 2311 is filing for discovery. Discovery meaning that they basically petition the courts. NASCAR would then have to
Open
say,
their books.
Hey, here's the documents you requested, as long as the judge approves it, and then all those things and so 2311's asking for open finances, all kinds of hidden deals and stuff, which NASCAR obviously doesn't want. So
In my opinion, I
That's-
think the judge kind of ruled right. The judge ruled on there is no outstanding evidence of there being an issue to you as of right now. And there's not.
You said there wasn't.
as of
You said you were going to race as an open team.
You're good. I think the judge ruled it as fair as possible and said, listen,
Yes,
you said
I
you
agree.
will run
It was
open.
the right call.
You're good to go.
I-
There's obviously no implications
It was the right call.
to you running right now. You're in the final four. You're fine, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
I think it's fair.
You have
Do I
Michael
think it's
Jordan.
right? No, but I think it's fair. So it's like Joey Logano winning this race.
Not again. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
now
I-
I'm getting the death stare from Jake. Yo, I
No.
say Joey Logano. He's like,
no, and I agree. I think you're right.
No,
Matt.
you said
I think,
Joey Logano and fair in the same sentence.
I think
he
you're right.
played by the rules, Jake.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
No, I hate the game right now.
I know
years
you're
from
based.
I can't. Honestly,
Carlos,
I can't. I do,
are
I
you
do not
also
hate the
suing-
player.
Carlos says we should solve this by putting NASCAR in 2311 on Judge Judy.
That's a good idea.
That'd be awesome.
Judge Judy would 100% be on Denny Hamlin's side.
I feel like she'd be on NASCAR side.
Absolutely not.
No, this is the same what we just said. You know the rules. Now you get nothing.
But we're poor. That doesn't matter.
I'm
you
not-
signed a piece
you know
of
what?
paper that's you knew
You
you, were
didn't
going to lose
sign-
Hold on,
money.
Piece of
I
paper.
actually would like to propose something. If we have to go to mediation, can Dale Jr. be the mediator? And just be like,
You ever
man,
watch-
you just see Dale Jr. just like, oh, well,
I-
man, I don't
Jeff,
know.
You're
I
kind of
really-
the same age as me. You ever watch the Amanda Bynes show?
That's actually probably more their age.
No, I
we're
watched
young
it.
for
It's
it.
on. Bring out the lobster.
I watched it
I
too,
didn't-
but
I didn't watch that.
I did.
it's your age though.
I
No.
I
Your age
definitely watched
bracket.
it.
Yeah.
What's
Jake
my
just
age
watched
again?
NASCAR 20%.
I watched a lot of
No
Nickelodeon as a
cartoons
kid.
allowed.
But
Anyway.
I watched it too.
You know what'd
Uh,
be great? Let 2311 and Front Row go bankrupt, run out of money, quit, and sell all four
Oh.
charters to Dale Jr. Fair trade?
Okay.
Kuzman,
You
Kuzman,
should, listen, fair trade and justified. We should say justified. Yes, fair trade, absolutely.
I agree.
not.
Kuzman.
Kuzman is so right
the
here.
only thing that would piss off Jake more is if the championship race was at Richmond or New Hampshire. 100%.
And Joey wins.
If
Bring out the lobsters.
bro, if it's New Hampshire,
Bring out the crab.
if
If it's New Hampshire, I
will
will retire from the
I will
podcast.
actually not watch NASCAR anymore.
yeah, no,
I'll
I'll
go
be-
That's
watch.
an
I'll
absolute
get into
lie.
Outlaws more.
I'll say,
Right, yeah,
Jeff.
we'll go do something else.
Yeah, I'll go watch Outlaws or
The
NHRA.
new Smyrna Speed podcast.
I'm gonna go be a fan of Tony Stewart's NHRA
Bro,
team.
something,
Right.
something.
All right, let's move on into rumors. Rumor with all the 2311 stuff is that Tyler Reddick and Bubba and all the front row drivers
So this is kind
might
of wild.
be up in the air of whether or not they'll be tied to the team or not.
Yeah,
Bubba
Matt,
needs
you
to get
know
out of here
this.
anyway.
This is
so.
kind of wild. So apparently, all the contracts that these drivers have associated with the race teams are contingent upon charters. So if the charters are open and they don't have a solidified charter, the contracts are null and void. Therefore, any of these drivers are open drivers and they are free to go to any other team that is willing to sign them, whether it be for a year, an open car, anything. The only reason I bring this up as a what if scenario, because that's all it is at this point.
Yeah.
Bubba Wallace, I think, is locked with 2311. He's kind of in there. I really hate to say it, but Bubba Wallace is kind of mediocre. You know, he didn't make the Final Four. He barely hangs on as it is. You know, he's kind of like in that realm of I'm glad I have a ride in sponsors.
He's like a
I'm
top
gonna
20 driver.
I'm
for
gonna
sure,
stay where I'm at.
but that's about it.
The real question here is Tyler Reddick, because Tyler Reddick is obviously a championship driver. He made it to the Final Four. Whether or not he was the worst car today or the best car, he still made it.
There's a lot of people that would say he's in the top 5 best drivers.
There
in the
is a
field right
lot
now.
of money that would come in off of his driving.
Yep.
Would a team try to scalp him for a open car, new charter car? What would that look like? And I think that is a valid question because Tyler Reddick has been known to jump ship
He's done it before.
money and job security. Tyler Reddick has a family. He's got a wife. He's got kids. He's probably got more kids on the way. That's just how the ball rolls.
Yeah.
So what would you rather have? An open car where payments are here and far between, knowing that your team might win a legal lawsuit, or jump to a team that would buy a charter, would be secure for the next 7 years. You might only have a a contract for a few years, but would you jump to something like that? And I think that's where this whole rumor speculation jumps in. Is Tyler Reddick's the big cause here, right? Anyone with Front Row Motorsports, maybe ifs, ors, could happen, could not happen. But Tyler Reddick's really the. If I'm someone like Brad Keselowski,
Yeah.
and I know
Oh,
I
you-
could buy a charter,
You
or
might be
I
able to try
know
to
I'm gonna
snipe
have
him.
an open car for a whole year, I'm gonna be hunting Tyler Reddick. Fun fact: Tyler Reddick used to run for Brad
He
Keselowski
did
truck
in
racing.
the trucks.
He also won a championship with Junior Motorsports, if I'm not mistaken.
Fire Ryan Priest.
Gone. He's out. Bring in Monster. RFK's the best.
Monster and Kroger.
That is a lot of information.
Yep.
But I'm just saying Tyler Reddick could jump ship.
Jeff, Jake,
Might
do you
it
have
happen?
something you
Maybe
want to
not.
share with the class?
Absolutely not.
Not on the stream.
Maybe you should wait until after the podcast.
Oh, yeah,
I
we'll
feel,
tell
I
you all.
feel wrong because I was talking that whole time and I missed everything that happened.
I don't know.
I got to keep things rolling.
I was
you
trying to pay
missed
attention.
everything. I missed everything that happened. I'm over here crying, laughing. Sorry. No, good points though. Good points. I think
Yeah.
you're
How do
right. I mean,
how
I
do you
think-
know?
Can you elaborate on Tyler
No,
Reddick
I-
leaving 2311?
I mean, like you said, I mean, with the contracts, I mean, they could be open drivers. I mean, nobody really knows.
No,
for
they
sure,
are.
so-
For sure.
Well,
if
I'm
they
just
do
gonna
not
say
have
my-
charters, they are technically
Look,
How do you know
open
that?
drivers.
Is that like for sure from
For
actors?
sure.
I mean,
Well, hold on. How does
If
that
they
work?
are-
Because like Trackhouse, they assign their driver to Trackhouse.
yes, with no charter. That's what I'm saying. How do we know for sure? Most likely, very, very possible.
Depends on when their contract was written, maybe.
Thank you. Thank you. You got to it before I could.
Okay.
It depends when their contract was written. All these drivers have a contract clause for a charter. If the charter is not met, the contract is null and void. They can still be there.
They could sign another
They
contract.
can do whatever they want. You know, you're just an open driver at this point. But technically, they could leave. That's the whole thing. They could keep going like everything is money.
I see both of them. Well, with 2311, I see both of them riding it out.
You think so?
Your team owner's a billionaire.
Yeah. I don't think you have to worry about not getting paid.
respects loyalty.
Yeah. I don't think you have to worry about not getting paid.
Here's the premises.
Front
for
row,
the,
maybe.
for the Bubba
Bring Raja.
Reddick issue. Just going back to that.
Bring Raja.
Bring Raja. No, no.
That might have been part of their
well,
conversation.
Might have been.
Never mind.
I'm guessing.
Michael Jordan
Bro,
wants to
RG.
win.
Chill, bro.
Zoltar.
I am Zoltar.
Michael Jordan wants to win championships and be competitive.
Yes.
Tyler Reddick
He ain't
is
gonna
a
do that with Bubba.
championship contender. Bubba is not that.
But Ryan Priest.
Is not that.
Are you saying Ryan Priest, brother? Ryan Priest,
Brother.
brother. Nah.
I had to look up what a
If
Zoltar was.
if anyone's being saved,
It's the fortune teller.
if it came down to the point where Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin had the pick, they're picking Tyler Reddick. Period.
I could see him going down to one car.
You want to win, you're gonna go with Tyler Reddick.
Didn't Michael Waltrip say Tyler Reddick is the guy he wants to bring the Jordan brand to NASCAR? You out, homie. You out, Bubba.
Bubba's out
But
of
he
here, bro.
brings McDonald's.
He brings Star Wars once a year.
It was a
Did,
fun.
now.
did y'all even see the paint scheme? I didn't even see it.
I
all
saw it
week.
once. They showed it on the broadcast once. today.
Golly, Star Wars gotta be like that. It was a waste. of money.
Lionel. Make the freaking Star Wars cars. And I know it's not necessarily
It's
100%
not them,
your
it's
fault. It's
Disney.
Disney. But
It's
still,
100% Disney.
figure it out, bro. I would have bought the cars from last year.
Yeah, for sure.
Both of them.
That's a Disney problem.
I would have bought 2 diecasts.
Lionel literally makes every other diecast.
I know. It's
I don't
stupid.
think it's them.
stupid.
Don't
No,
tell.
well,
Don't
actually,
tell Robert though, because he'll probably buy all of them.
I heard the part of the issue was there wasn't enough minimum orders because I guess they had like a certain
Oh,
amount of minimum. I'm like,
whatever.
how did they not get enough minimum orders for a Star Wars car?
Ryan Blaney, what about 20?
All right. Anyway. All right, so that's the free agent thing. We did have a question in the weekend Discord. Do you want to see if you can look it up? There was somebody that dropped one in there. Probably Kuzman because he's good at that. This is our drafty car question of the week. If you guys want to have a fun time on a mobile game, we recommend Drafty Car. It's a lot of fun. Every time we've ever given it to somebody, they have gotten hooked immediately.
It's money, dude.
Yeah.
It makes me happy because my my truck and my Xfinity team are both sponsored by. I don't remember the name of the
because they're all, like,
they're
off-brand.
all brand, but like it's the one that looks like Justin Allgaier's car.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm like, yeah. So I
Was it
feel
Brant?
happy.
Brant? Brandt?
Brandt is his sponsor.
Oh, okay. Well, but it's the Brandt's car.
It's that
Quote,
scheme.
unquote.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, a little bit happy about that.
I don't think any of us can answer this question.
Oh boy. Okay.
I can answer it. I'm gonna BS it, but we'll get it done.
Mark,
okay, all right.
the toaster is from the beginning of the show when we realized that Logano won. We wanted to bring our toaster and our bathtub together, but the bathtub's not here.
Yeah, it's full upstairs.
Yeah, the water's
It's ready to go.
I guess okay. Here's one Kuzman asked. Robert's question
His name is
is
Turbo.
so complex. I'm gonna read this because I don't think any of us can answer first. This is from Robert, right? Question: You are on Michael Jordan's legal team.
All right,
What
I'm a
is
lawyer.
what is your game plan in the presence of the lawsuit, and who or what do you bring in it to strengthen your case, bro? I have no freaking
I'm gonna
idea,
call NASCAR racist. I'm gonna win.
bro. What am I doing? I'm gonna bring a toaster.
Game over, bro.
I-
I'm gonna bring
dude.
Rudy Giuliani.
I mean,
Giuliani?
without-
What's his name? Rudy something? Rudy Giuliani.
Giuliani. Yes,
Yeah, I'm gonna win.
he's America's mayor.
Anyways,
Put some
I don't-
respect on his name.
none of us are studied in law, so
I'm reaching out to
I'm
Trump.
going through a lawsuit, so I'm having to learn quick.
Trump. This man's avoided every single lawsuit he's gotten.
Yeah. Get Trump's help. that's your best
Michael
bet.
Jordan. Michael Jordan's just got Trump on speed
Fun
dial.
fact: RCR just joined
Well,
the lawsuit.
all of a sudden he calls the phone and says, "Well, hello, Mr. Jordan. It's so nice to finally meet you.
MJ needs lawyers. From
I heard you come
Seinfeld.
from Chicago.
Yes.
Not a great city. Not a fan. Not a fan.
France, the lowest IQ.
He's horrible. Horrible man. Horrible man.
Monopolizing everything.
We are gonna make NASCAR great again.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Gen 7 it's just not good. We're gonna make it good. We're gonna make it great.
and we're gonna make NASCAR pay for it.
We're gonna, that totally overshadows what I was gonna say. I was gonna say we're gonna change Ross Chastain to Dale Earnhardt.
Rochester
Senior.
is a new deal on her.
See, I was thinking,
Call him your daddy.
That's crazy.
All right.
we're gonna put tariffs on the wheels.
on the wheels.
Tariff.
Tariff on the rubber.
I love tariff. It's a wonderful thing.
It
Oh my
makes us
God.
Anyway,
On a serious
Robert,
note,
Robert, I hope that answered your question.
on a serious note,
What are
I
you
don't know
doing?
how
Go
to
bring
answer
Trump.
that. Like I don't know the first thing about
Me
law.
neither. I
I
read
mean-
this question. I had to read it 3 times to even understand it.
Yeah, I don't know the first thing about law.
I'm being
nor-
glad you could read it.
Yeah.
I mean, it would just make sense. I mean, the best thing they could do is what they did, which is hire the guy that specializes
Yeah.
in this type of work. And so that's the best thing that you can do. And really, that's on him. Like,
Yeah.
the reason we have legal representation is because they know what to
They're
do.
doing.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing that Jordan can do is be as cooperative as possible. So in that situation, I would be like, Mr. Jordan, I'm resigning from the legal team because I don't know what I'm doing.
Carlos says MJ needs the lawyer from Seinfeld. I don't know which lawyer for which episode that is. So if you
See,
can
I can't
enlighten us,
remember that either.
I don't know. I'm not
long
super
since
versed in Seinfeld, so
I'm fairly.
I know
versed.
you're
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
real
it's
big
been a
on it.
while since I've watched
All right.
Seinfeld,
Here's
but-
second question: Who will retire next? Hamlin, Bush, Brad Keselowski, or other?
Not Brad. Absolutely not. I'm not ready to switch drivers at this point.
Brad.
Just
I
get
feel
another
like
one like me.
Hamlin, he's gonna be broke. He's gonna have to leave. I can
Brad
afford this
seems
nonsense.
the most likely just
Bush.
because he's already set up
Kyle
for
Bush.
his after plan.
I think Kyle
What
Bush.
are you talking about?
he's already set up for his after plan.
He drives his own car. He
yeah,
can
but-
race till
Wow.
60.
He
You're a man
can,
of
but he
culture.
can always retire and get someone else to ride it.
It's Brad
Be like a
Keselowski.
junior.
He ain't gonna quit. No quit Keselowski, bro.
No, live Keselowski.
Oh, so my bad. I got the phrase wrong.
I actually have a totally different opinion.
Robert. I love it.
I think Hamlin all day.
RG.
Okay, quit.
I love NASCAR. The cars. Oh, those cars. They go so fast.
Zoom, zoom. They crash.
They go zoom, zoom, zoom.
Like Kamala
They crash like
in the
Kamala.
election,
In the election.
which we will help get out of debt.
Oh,
No
my
worries.
gosh. I think here's my
Kamala's
opinion.
great,
No,
but
I-
not as good as
my
me.
my thing is I
Hamlin
think
is the oldest.
I,
yes.
Hamlin is the oldest, but I say Bush is out because I think he's going to retire from NASCAR before Hamlin because he's going to start working with Brexton on the truck thing and go back into that whole thing.
Man, it is.
So I think he's going to be out from Cup Series.
I'm gonna throw this out there. I think the first one's gonna be McDowell. Mike McDowell
maybe.
will be out first.
Out of all those, well,
Yeah, he has no charter next year.
Noah.
Oh no, he's
No,
retired now.
he's leaving front row.
Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
y'all
He's
still in
locked for
NASCAR?
10 more years.
I'm out.
Oh,
Zoom, zoom.
excuse
You know,
I'm out.
hey, you know what? Remember we were saying why would he leave front row? Maybe
Yeah, it makes
he
total
must have
sense.
known
He might
something.
have known.
He brought
Oh.
Loves with him.
You want to sue Big Brother?
I'm out,
Nah,
bro.
fam.
Absolutely
See ya.
not. No, I don't know. Out of those drivers, I would say Denny Hamlin will retire from Joe Gibbs Racing, but he will ride open with his own team. Very similar to what
He's
Jimmy's
definitely
doing.
gonna ride open next year.
Oh, wide open.
Oh God.
No, I think they'll run the 60 car, and he'll be in like the 60 car.
I have a totally different opinion on this. I think NASCAR's in really big trouble because like all three of them could retire within the same year or within a year of each other, and they're going to go through the same thing where they lose a bunch of legacy guys again.
Yeah.
They could.
And we're probably
As
I
a
would
Brad
say
fan,
no
I'm not
more.
ready to root for Chris Buescher. I'm just not. Like,
I would say we're not going to make it 5 years with that. I
who's
would say
going to take the
realistically
6?
3.
The 6 is a legendary number. You got Mark Martin, Ryan Newman, Brad Keselowski. What big name is going to jump
Brad
in?
hasn't done much in the 6.
Oh, shut the.
One
God.
one win.
He's the GOAT, bro. He's running the team.
Brad was only good when he ran the 2 car.
He's gotten
maybe
more
he-
wins
He could have
than
been. He
with
could have been the
Roush Fenway
championship
by
race.
itself.
Maybe he should stay in the office, bro.
Oh, my God.
Let him know, bro.
I bet Jimmy's wishing he was in the office, running dead last, spinning out in qualifying.
Actually, I
No,
think Jimmy
no.
finished better in IndyCar.
20, 26? Oh.
He probably did.
I
He
think
should
he
probably
did.
just go to
He should-
IndyCar.
I mean, it worked for Haley, so that's what Haley's doing.
we don't know yet.
Well, that's true. We don't know.
We'll get
but
there.
That's what Haley Deegan's doing, so we'll see.
I
No.
really, more than anything.
Brad could retire first. I see Brad within 3 years. I'm just not ready to switch.
Can we go back and like wish for the alternate universe that could have been,
Brad's in the 2.
where Ross Chastain came through and did wreck Joey Logano on lap 1?
He could have been the GOAT. He could have been.
That would have been
The
Coulda,
world
woulda,
could have been a
shoulda.
beautiful place. It is what it is.
Blaney could have won.
No.
In other
Robert.
news, Jake. I can't even bring it up.
Okay, let's just move on. All right.
Bet?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to bring it up. I figure you could bring it up.
I'm sad.
Anyway,
Matt convinced me to take a bet.
Okay. I lost the first bet that night.
Anyways.
anyway, so moving on, our next race that we have to look forward to is the Clash at Bowman Gray.
2 weeks till Daytona.
All right. Well, 2 months.
2 races.
2 races.
It's gonna be a quiet winter.
I'm actually kind of I don't want to say excited,
excited?
but I'm looking forward to Bowman Gray
I'm really not.
because I want to see.
I think it's gonna be a shit show.
Why?
It
Joey
probably is.
Logano's gonna win. It's a new track.
Oh God, you're right.
Actually, true.
Oh no!
Put-
Joey Logano's gonna win.
Put your bets in now.
Oh, I can't believe you've done this.
Oh no!
Son of.
God, if he comes
Somehow-
out and wins Bowman Gray,
Somehow,
I'll be
Joey
so
Logano
pissed.
returned.
He probably will.
He's probably gonna win.
It's gonna
Dang it.
happen.
God.
And they're gonna have the new tire, and he's just not gonna pit the whole time. Gas, I don't need.
So
know-
if y'all want to know what Bowman Gray Clash
was-
looks like, buy your 22 gear merch now so you can be a bandwagon.
Yep. Oh,
Buy it
man.
early.
All right, and then
You're one to talk,
in-
brother. Give it 2 years, you'll have a Joey Logano shirt.
There is absolutely no way.
you said
I
that
think
up-
he's
you
gonna
said
get
that
it.
about
up-
Denny
I think
Hamlin,
he's
bro.
gonna get a 22 diecast.
Ever
for
since he
Christmas.
got the BS win against Dale Jr. at Talladega, I
Nah,
would never
nah,
root for Joey.
nah. 2 years from now, he'll be like, Joey and Logano
ain't
and
that
I,
bad.
we're kind of similar if you really think about it.
He's a 4-time champion. I'm a 4-time champion.
God, y'all are so stupid.
loves Daytona. I love Daytona.
All right. In other news, congrats to Alex from the Racing Addicts podcast on their new addition to their family.
Yes.
So
Congratulations,
congrats. That was super,
Super
cool.
cool.
Unfortunately, I know your driver didn't win today. Sorry about that. But
Yeah.
Toast is
man.
ready.
Can't win them all.
Well, no, not now. He's got a kid.
I'll do what I
He's a
gotta
Blaney
do.
fan.
I'll
It's
have
like-
Lindsay mail it to you.
It's like obligations.
Obligation. Obligu-
Blah, 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 blah.
So yeah,
It's
so
a
looking
Blaney fan thing.
so looking forward to the end of the year and next year. So obviously this is our last regular podcast of the year. We are probably going to do a collaboration. Speaking of the Racing Addicts, with them sometime this year, toward the end of the year.
That's planned sometime.
Maybe even after. I don't know.
Maybe in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not
We,
sure.
we kind
figure
of want to do it
something
while
out.
the news is kind of fresh of the
It's-
championship
yeah,
and
for sure.
the season as a
JFB,
whole.
You're being a fanboy right now. It's gonna be Brad. Come on, bro.
Nah. Come on, JB. Speak it into existence.
We almost got it last
Can
year.
we get Jake bankrupt at Daytona this year?
That's a great question.
He spent all his money at Daytona last year. Let's
Yeah.
try to do it again.
Nah.
You got all the merch. You
I'm
don't need
still
any
paying
more.
off my Trackhouse Racing credit card.
They love you.
Yeah.
You fueled like two cars
I'm on
for
a
them.
first name
I was like,
basis.
it's a first name basis.
I
yeah.
think your name's on
my
like the
my
rear
name's
bumper.
on the rear bumper.
if you zoom in on one of the little stickers, it's Jake.
It's actually Jake Wex.
Jake Wax.
Oh my gosh.
Jake
Yeah.
Bush.
Definitely,
So we're gonna-
stay active in the Discord, though.
Yep, we're gonna have stuff going on. People chatting through the Discord and everything. We may even do. We talked about doing maybe like a NASCAR Heat night because we're not going to touch ignition for sure. So if the Heat servers are still open, we may do like a NASCAR Heat night. We've talked about doing a couple different things. We don't know. So if you guys want to keep hanging out with us and follow along,
Honestly, if
We're
you all
very-
play Call of Duty, just let us know. We'll
Yeah,
jump
that's
on.
that
real.
too. We're
We'll
on.
kind of be sweaty on Call of Duty.
We're kind of
Jake
on Black
is
Ops right now.
disgusting. Like, it's-
Yeah.
Jake, how many hours you got in?
Like
40
three
at
or
this
four.
point? 40?
Yeah.
He's up to
In
40.
Black
I
Ops?
think.
Nah, I'm like 36.
I think you're almost
fair.
double my hours.
You're double
right now.
our hours.
Figure out how to balance your lives. I don't know what to tell you.
I
Get all
work.
your stuff done before a game comes out. Like I don't
That's true.
I work
Yeah,
too much,
we're,
man.
You don't remember all them days you like text me like, oh hey, like you want to get on? And I'm like, no, bro. I'm like,
we got hit with
trimming,
a hurricane.
I'm trimming
Chill.
trees.
I got hit with a hurricane.
Bro, I was
true.
cleaned in 3 hours.
yeah, we'll definitely.
Yeah, that's nice.
Be
Not
doing
everyone
that.
else in the
We're gonna-
world.
You gotta learn
We're
how to
ju-
work.
We're
It's not
definitely.
me.
We're definitely
No, I
going to
think,
do.
We're go with the flow, people. So
Very
just
much.
keep an eye out on the Discord and our
Oh,
social
yeah.
medias. And
No,
so if we
that-
decide to do something, we will let you know.
Well, that is true. NASCAR
So-
is in Forza now, so we could do NASCAR Forza.
I hate
And-
Forza.
I don't have Forza, but I'm
You
pretty
have
sure it's
Game
on Game Pass,
You have
right?
Game Pass. You got
I'm
it.
on Forza. I'll be there.
So
Rocking a 6.
Let
we
me-
video game channel on Discord.
We have one,
I think there is one.
but it's not linked to the Here for the Speed. But we probably could.
We can,
There's
do,
actually
we
a way
can
to
just do a
that.
We
channel.
could-
We
well,
can just do a channel and
no, just
and,
do one in the
you
Here
know,
for the Speed, a
off-season-
gaming channel.
just an off-season channel.
No, just do a NASCAR racing Discord voice chat for like if you're wanting
I'll
to.
jump on.
Yeah, sure.
Even
We
if
got
I'm
work
playing
still.
like Call of Duty or something, I'll jump on.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of
I
our
play
main squeeze
Xbox,
right now.
so that's kind of where I'm at.
If you do have a console, these guys are PC. We're console.
Yeah.
You can link your Discord
They're-
if you didn't
they're
know that
rich.
to Xbox. So
These guys are
Yeah.
Harris Biden supporters. They're rich.
I'm sorry. Get out of here.
These guys, hey, listen, they don't
Matt,
want to be taxed.
You're done.
Okay. They don't want to be taxed anymore.
they don't want to be taxed. They don't pay their taxes. I pay my taxes.
Wow.
Bring all the immigrants here.
Can we just say it like,
He's got a pool table. He's rich.
What?
thank
Say what?
God Trump won, dude.
Hey, it's a
I'm
week
gonna
of
say it.
Donalds. Let's go, DJ.
What?
Donald
You know-
Logano won the
oh,
race.
you know, it was a
DJ
great
won
week.
Final
It was a
fantasy.
great week until Joey Logano had to come and piss in my cereal.
Do you mean
I'm just
Donald
saying.
Logano?
cereal.
Ha. No, one other thing I did want to say. You can cue the music if
Okay.
you want to. I'm pretty sure I got a pretty good line. I haven't even told you guys about it yet.
Oh,
Pretty sure Xfinity team owner interview is possible
okay.
and driver interviews with that team
Is it
before
the-
next season.
Is it the one that is most likely?
Can't tell you.
Oh.
I'll tell you after. Can't
Okay.
let the people know.
Wow,
Yeah.
you got Dale Jr.? That's insane, bro.
That's awesome.
That would be insane, but that's not what's going
That's
on.
not happening. Anyway,
Hey, I bet if we reached out, it would happen.
You know what?
I mean, look at
word
us.
is he
We're
don't-
beautiful.
Word is he wants to be on
Hey.
our podcast.
as Austin Dillon did to Matt.
If
Love
anyone
y'all.
wants to drink a beer, it's probably Junior.
If you hear Dirty
Love you
Mo say that
guys.
they're talking about a new podcast, it might be us.
Nah, love you guys. So we'll miss y'all.
All right, yes. Grab the social,
has
follow
been-
us.
Keep up with us.
The Clash.
The 2024 season.
It's in the books.
Joey Logano's your winner.
And we'll see
Get
you
wrecked.
guys next year.
Scrubs.
Later, y'all.
Later.
Logano.